Chiefs general manager Brett Veach has put on an absolute clinic in roster construction over the past few years, and he is sort of playing on easy mode with Patrick Mahomes as his quarterback, but I think he deserves consideration for GM of the year based on the way that he's filled this roster with rookie talent and how the Chiefs have been able to essentially sidestep the main drawbacks of paying a quarterback big money. Usually when a team gives a quarterback a massive contract, the quality of the rest of their roster declines because they're going from spending $10 million to $40 million on one position, and they can no longer afford to fill the rest of the holes on their roster through free agency. So it turns into a situation where you have a really talented quarterback that's being forced to carry the entire team on his back. But Veach's hit rate over the last 3 to 4 draft classes has been historically high. There have been individual draft classes that were better than any single class from the Chiefs, but you rarely see a team sustain this level of success over multiple years. And now the Chiefs kind of have the best of both worlds. They're paying Patrick Mahomes $36 million this year. They're paying Chris Jones $29. Orlando Brown's cap hit is just under $17 million, but the majority of the contributors on Kansas City's roster are on rookie contracts, and they're making pennies compared to what their value would be if they hit the open market. The Chiefs are paying these 12 players, all of whom I would consider high-level contributors, a combined $14.7 million this season, which amounts to just 7.1% of their total salary cap. They have 2 of the best young interior offensive linemen on rookie contracts. Willie Gay Jr., Nick Bolton, and Leo Chenal make up one of the best linebacker rooms in the NFL, and the Chiefs added those players in the last few classes. They traded for Kadarius Toney, he's making just under $2 million, and then you've got George Karlaftis and Isaiah Pacheco from the 2022 class. And then the focus for this video is going to be the Chiefs cornerbacks. The top 4 players on the depth chart are all playing on rookie deals, and they've been one of the major reasons that the Chiefs have once again returned to the Super Bowl. Kansas City's played man coverage on 37.6% of their snaps this year, which ranks 8th in the NFL. And if you're a defense that wants to play a lot of man coverage, having competent cornerbacks is a non-negotiable. L'Jarius Sneed has been great for his entire career, but heading into this offseason, the Chiefs needed a cornerback 2 and a couple depth pieces. So they drafted Trent McDuffie with the 21st overall pick, Joshua Williams out of Fayetteville State in the 4th round, and Jaylen Watson out of Washington State in the 7th round. And combined, those players have played over 2,000 snaps this year. And obviously there's been rookie growing pains, but overall I would say all 3 of those picks have been hits. I did a video on Trent McDuffie earlier in the season, so check that out. He started off his first 6 or 7 weeks in the NFL playing like one of the best corners in the entire league, and the level of play has come back down to earth a little bit, but he finished the season as PFF's 14th highest graded corner and 3rd highest graded rookie corner. He's really physical at the catch point. You can see on this play against the Rams, he times his break on this pass perfectly, doesn't create too much contact, and then he swipes at the hands as the receiver's falling to the ground and jars the ball loose. He's very under control at the catch point. He does a great job getting in phase and then turning his hips around and playing the football in the air. And then what's most impressive about Trent McDuffie is his ability to mirror complex routes down the field. Right here, he's in off coverage. He waits for the receiver to close this space, and then he makes contact with the inside shoulder and flips his hips to carry the route vertically. But then when the receiver breaks this off into a comeback route, McDuffie doesn't allow any separation, and he breaks up the pass. So Trent McDuffie is technically a rookie, but he doesn't play like one, and he's definitely not a player that opposing offenses are going to circle as someone that they want to target throughout the game. But like I said, the Chiefs play the 8th most man coverage in the NFL, and the Eagles are the 4th best offense at attacking man coverage. So Jaylen Watson and Joshua Williams are the players that I expect the Eagles to go after. This table combines 8 different cornerback metrics into a score out of 100, where 50 would be a league average corner. And you can see statistically Joshua Williams was right around league average, and Jaylen Watson was slightly below average. But going through all of their film for this video, I was actually more impressed by the Chiefs rookie corners than the stats would indicate. Joshua Williams is probably the most athletic defensive back on the Chiefs roster, and looking towards the future, I actually think he has really high upside, and he could potentially step in for L'Jarius Sneed if he got too expensive. I love how patient and balanced he is with his footwork. You can see right here he's covering T. Higgins in the red zone, and Higgins is kind of slow playing his release, waiting for Joshua Williams to give a false step so that he can create separation outside. But Williams stays over the top, squared up with the receiver. He keeps his feet active, and then when Higgins breaks outside, he's ready to accelerate and cut off the angle. These rookie corners for the Chiefs are all slightly different in terms of skill set and play style, but what they all have in common is press coverage ability and speed. This is a really nice rep against Jamar Chase. Joshua Williams knows that he has safety help over the top to the inside, so he allows Chase to get an inside release, and then he does a great job getting in phase, turning around and playing the ball enough so that he doesn't draw a penalty, but he still forces the incompletion. I noticed watching Joshua Williams for this video that he's almost impossible to beat on quick slants. So I looked up the numbers, and according to Sports Info Solutions, Joshua Williams has been targeted on 11 slant routes this season. He's only allowed 4 receptions, and he's had 5 pass breakups. And this is one of the reasons arm length is so important for corners. You can see Williams just has that ability to drape himself over the receiver and get his hand in the catching window, but he's using his length to play the football, so he doesn't have to overcommit and run through the receiver. He maintains enough distance to avoid the penalty, but he's still able to break up the pass. And then finally, we've got Jaylen Watson, who is a 7th round pick, and he's had an up and down rookie year, 589 yards, 5 touchdowns allowed. But for a 7th round pick, Jaylen Watson's performance as a rookie has been incredible. And he's really taken another step forward over the last 5 or 6 games. He had this insane one-handed interception in the divisional round to seal the game. Really good footwork and technique at the line of scrimmage. Zay Jones is gonna fake an inside release and then break outside. And Watson respects the inside step. He turns his hips to a 45-degree angle, but then when Jones releases outside, Watson extends this outside arm, establishes contact on the inside shoulder, and then uses that contact to rotate his body around. He doesn't let Zay Jones stack him down the field, and he makes a great interception to end the game. On this play from the conference championship, the Bengals are on the 5-yard line. Joe Burrow looks at the defense. He sees T. Higgins on an island matched up with Jaylen Watson. And on paper, that's the matchup that you want to attack. You've got a top 10 receiver, elite contested catch threat, being covered by a 7th round rookie with no safety help. But Jaylen Watson has the length and press coverage ability to land his punch and neutralize T. Higgins' release while keeping his eyes on the quarterback so that he knows when to play the ball. And he just out physicals T. Higgins and breaks up the pass. I do think targeting Jaylen Watson on jump balls could be a point of weakness for the Chiefs defense. There have been times that he's a little bit late getting his head turned around and he kind of loses track of the receiver at the catch point. So when he's matched up on A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith, who are both great contested catch receivers, I think the Eagles might have a chance for some big plays. So obviously Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid are the main reasons that the Chiefs are back in the Super Bowl, but I think Brett Veach deserves a lot of credit for maintaining the quality of this roster after handing out multiple big contracts. And if the Chiefs are able to neutralize or at least slow down the Eagles' passing offense, this rookie defensive backfield will be a major reason why. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Also let me know in the comments any players or teams that you'd like me to cover.